What if I told you the most insane vehicles on Earth are not hypercars, but multi-million-dollar mutants that plunge directly into the ocean without sinking? Welcome to Ultimate Machinery. Today we are exposing 10 bizarre amphibious beasts that completely defy the laws of physics. We are talking about a 33,000-pound luxury mansion that swims and a real-life James Bond sports car that dives into the crushing depths of the sea. You absolutely need to see the one-of-a-kind submarine car at the end of this countdown. Hit that subscribe button right now, hold your breath, and let us dive in. Look at this. Let us kick things off with a true British survivor, one that prioritizes rugged practicality over flashy gimmicks. The Dutton Commander might look like a standard, slightly quirky off-roader, but underneath that customized fiberglass hull beats the ultra-reliable heart of a Suzuki Jimny. Tim Dutton, a legend in the kit car world, realized something. The best way to conquer both land and water was not to reinvent the wheel, but to waterproof a proven 4x4 chassis. He stripped down the Jimny and completely sealed the vitals. The engineering is brilliant, yet straightforward, attaching a heavy-duty jet drive system directly to the power takeoff. However, here's the hardcore reality of amphibious engineering that most people ignore. Saltwater is an absolute nightmare, while the jet drive is incredibly robust. Taking the Commander into the ocean means you are entering a war against corrosion. After every single saltwater dip, this machine demands a meticulous, obsessive freshwater washdown. You must clean the chassis, the jet propulsion unit, and every exposed suspension component to survive. Now, despite the immense upkeep, the Commander delivers exceptional real-world value and reliability. It is a workhorse that will not require a multi-million-dollar budget to fix if something breaks. You get steady performance on muddy trails and a respectable cruising speed of around 6 miles per hour on the river. It represents the accessible side of amphibious living. But wait, if you think this little British off-roader is cool, wait until you hear about the classic German convertible, the exact machine that a United States president used to absolutely terrify his unsuspecting guests. Step back into the swinging 1960s to witness the absolute pioneer of civilian amphibious transport, the legendary German-built Amphicar 770. This is not just a car, it is a piece of monumental pop culture history. President Lyndon B. Johnson famously owned one, and he loved to play a terrifying practical joke on visitors at his Texas ranch. He would load them into the Amphicar, drive towards a steep lake embankment, and start screaming that the brakes had failed as the car plunged into the water, leaving his guests in pure panic. Underneath its classic finned exterior, the engineering is a fascinating mix of automotive and marine technology. It is powered by a rear-mounted 1,147 cubic centimeter Triumph Herald 4-cylinder engine, producing exactly 43 horsepower. This setup drives the rear wheels on land and engages twin nylon propellers in the water. Listen to the distinct sputter of that vintage engine as it transitions from tarmac to tide to steer in the water. You literally just turn the front wheels, which act as primitive rudders. However, owning an Amphicar is a certified maintenance nightmare for any mechanic. To keep it watertight and functional, you have to crawl underneath and inject marine grease into exactly 13 different Zerk fittings after every single aquatic excursion. If you miss one, the seals fail and your priceless classic becomes a submarine. Today, a pristine model can fetch over $100,000 at auction. The Amphicar was a quirky success, but our next machine proves something else. Sometimes, massive ambition leads to a devastating multi-million-dollar failure. Enter the 1990s, where French ambition created one of the most spectacular failures in amphibious history, the hobbycar B612. On paper, this was supposed to be the ultimate recreational vehicle. It was a mid-engine, four-wheel drive convertible that looked like it belonged in a science fiction movie. The engineering concept was incredibly complex for its time. Instead of traditional propellers, it utilized innovative dual hydrojets. controlled by a futuristic joystick in the cabin. The idea was to give the driver pinpoint maneuverability on the water, but the reality was a catastrophic engineering disaster, and the price tag shock was incredibly real. Development costs skyrocketed, bankrupting the entire company after only about 50 to 60 units were ever produced. The fatal flaw was massive weight and extreme complexity. The intricate hydrojet system, combined with a heavy 1.9-liter Peugeot turbo diesel engine and the four-wheel drive mechanics. This made the vehicle incredibly sluggish. It was a terrible, heavy car on the road, and an underpowered, sinking brick in the deep water. The maintenance was a mechanic's worst nightmare come to life. The custom electronics and unique hydraulic systems were prone to constant failure, and because the company vanished, finding spare parts became absolutely impossible. Today, it is an ultra-rare museum piece, a testament to the brutal fact that mixing fire, water, and incredibly complex mechanics usually ends in tears. So, putting 4 doors and a heavy chassis in the water can be a total disaster. But what happens if you build an aggressive, high-speed amphibious all-terrain vehicle? Now prepare for a massive pattern interruption because the Gibbs quadski throws all the traditional rules right out the window. This is not a modified car. This is a pure high-octane mutant. It is a violent collision between a heavy-duty 4x4 all-terrain vehicle and a high-performance jet ski. For years, amphibious vehicles suffered from a massive compromise. They were slow on land and even slower on the water. Gibbs Technologies completely obliterated that compromise. They did this with an unbelievable and revolutionary feat of mechanical engineering. The ultimate engineering challenge here was sheer drag. You cannot go fast on water, with 4 massive all-terrain tires acting like giant parachutes. The solution is a brilliant patented suspension retraction mechanism with the push of a single button. The massive wheels fold up and tuck into the wheel wells in under 5 seconds. Listen to the aggressive mechanical whine of those servos, locking the wheels in place. Powering this beast is a brutal 1,300 cubic centimeter engine, ripped straight from a BMW motorcycle, pumping out 140 horsepower. The real-world performance is absolutely staggering to witness. The quadski can hit 45 miles per hour on land, blast into the water, pull up its wheels, and immediately hit 45 miles per hour on the waves. It was priced at around $40,000 when new, making it an elite toy for thrill seekers. The quadski is absolutely perfect for a high-speed solo adventure. But what if you want to take your entire living room, a full kitchen, and a master bedroom out onto the lake? Look at this. Forget everything you know about traditional camping, because the Terrawind by Cami is a rolling mansion that truly thinks it is a luxury yacht. This is a 42-foot-long, 33,000-pound Class A motorhome. It can casually drive off a boat ramp and start cruising down the river. The pure visual of this massive heavy brick of extreme luxury floating gracefully on the open water is more than enough to completely break your brain. It redefines the concept of mobile living spaces entirely. The engineering challenge here is truly terrifying. How do you stop a top-heavy 33,000-pound house on wheels from immediately capsizing the second it hits the rolling waves? The secret lies in its heavily modified, patented pontoon stabilization system and a custom aluminum hull. Power comes from a massive Caterpillar diesel engine producing over 330 horsepower, which routes power to a heavy-duty bronze propeller system. It even features an onboard docking system and a rear deck that folds out for jet ski access. However, brace yourself for the massive price tag shock. The Terrawind is not just a recreational vehicle, it is a fully custom-built nautical estate with premium options like marble floors, leather upholstery, and full-size appliances. A fully loaded Terrawind Grey could cost you upwards of over $1.2 million. It is the ultimate flex for the billionaire who refuses to choose. You can literally live inside it. But for dodging city traffic, you need a bizarre 2-wheeled water rocket to get the job done. We are flipping the script again with another mind-bending creation from Gibbs, the incredible Bisky. If you thought balancing a heavy two-wheeled motorcycle on land was tricky, imagine doing it on choppy, unpredictable water. The Bisky looks like a sleek maxi scooter that swallowed a high-speed jet ski, and it represents one of the most unique solutions to the amphibious puzzle ever engineered. It is a fantastic blend of urban mobility and aquatic freedom, designed for riders who want the absolute best of both worlds. The physics behind this machine are truly staggering. How do you keep it perfectly upright? The Bisky utilizes a custom-designed lightweight aluminum hull wrapped around a 55-horsepower twin-cylinder engine, just like its big brother, the Quadski. The absolute magic is in the transition. You ride straight into the water, hit a button, and the front and rear wheels instantly retract upward. It uses a proprietary dual-jet technology to provide thrust and incredible stability, allowing riders to lean into corners on the water exactly like asphalt. On the paved road, the Bisky can cruise at a very respectable 80 miles per hour. On the water, it hits up to 37 miles per hour, which feels incredibly fast when you are straddling it like a traditional motorcycle. It is lightweight, incredibly agile, and completely solves the parking problem of larger amphibious vehicles. The Bisky is a fantastic, nimble toy, but it is not going to win a drag race against a high-end boat. However, our next machine is built to leave luxury speedboats choking. Now, get ready for pure, unadulterated adrenaline. The Watercar Panther might look like a heavily modified Jeep Wrangler, but underneath that customized fiberglass shell is a Guinness World Record holding monster. This spectacular machine was built with one singular aggressive purpose: to absolutely dominate both the hot sand dunes and the ocean waves with blistering, terrifying speed. It captures the rugged aesthetic of a classic American off-roader, while hiding a nautical secret that completely defies the traditional limits of recreational automotive engineering and performance. Let us talk hardcore engineering. The Panther ditches the heavy steel Jeep frame, swapping it for a custom-built ultra-lightweight chromoly steel chassis designed specifically to handle massive impacts on the water. Powering this beast is a rear-mounted 3.7-liter Honda V6 engine with VTEC technology. Listen to the raw, naturally aspirated scream of that VTEC kicking in. That engine is mated to a proprietary high-performance Panther jet drive. The transfer case allows the driver to switch power from the rear wheels to the jet drive instantly. Imagine the side-by-side speed comparison. You're on the highway doing 80 miles per hour. You veer off the road, blast through the sand, hit the water, lift the hydraulic wheels, and within seconds, you are tearing across the lake at over 45 miles per hour. It completely blows standard speedboats out of the water. With a price tag starting around $155,000, the dual-purpose thrill is unmatched. But wait, for military transport, you need something much, much angrier. When the terrain gets exceptionally violent and unpredictable, you call in the Gibbs Humdinger. This is not a fun toy for the lake. This is a hardcore, heavy-duty, military-grade 4x4 truck designed to conquer the most unforgiving environments on the entire planet. It looks exactly like a high-tech armored personnel carrier. Because frankly, that is exactly what it is capable of being. It is built to withstand extreme punishment and deliver essential personnel across flooded disaster zones where normal roads simply do not exist anymore. The internal engineering is all about brute force and maximum survivability. Under the hood lies a massive V8 engine generating over 350 horsepower. It features permanent four-wheel drive and sits on a highly robust suspension system designed to absorb massive bone-crushing drops, capable of seating up to 6 fully equipped personnel. The Humdinger uses signature high-speed amphibious technology. Driven into the water, the wheels retract, and the twin proprietary water jets take over, propelling this massive beast at speeds exceeding 30 miles per hour. This massive machine was not built for a relaxing Sunday cruise. Its real-world performance is aimed straight at first responders, border patrol units, and emergency disaster relief teams. When massive floods wipe out roads and bridges, the Humdinger does not stop. It just shifts gears and relentlessly keeps pushing forward. It is the ultimate survival vehicle. The Humdinger relies on raw, aggressive brute force to crush the water beneath it. But our next vehicle takes a completely different approach, using advanced aerodynamics to literally fly above the waves. Enter the fascinating realm of mad science with the Rinspeed Splash, created by the brilliant and highly eccentric Swiss design house Rinspeed. This conceptual vehicle completely redefines what an amphibious car can truly be. Instead of just plowing heavily through the water like a traditional boat, the Splash uses highly advanced aviation technology to lift itself completely out of the water. It flies elegantly above the surface like a high-speed hydrofoil, offering a smooth, frictionless ride that looks like pure magic to anyone watching from the sandy shoreline. The engineering is absolutely mind-blowing. The Splash is powered by a 750 cubic centimeter turbocharged, natural gas-powered engine, pushing out 140 horsepower. When it enters the water at low speeds, it acts like a normal boat, but as you accelerate past 18 miles per hour, a highly complex system of deployable carbon composite hydrofoils drops down from the sides and the rear. These strong foils generate massive hydrodynamic lift, raising the entire car 2 feet into the air directly above the rolling waves. However, while the visual is spectacular, the mechanical complexity is terrifying. The extreme fragility of those carbon composite foils means one thing: hitting a piece of submerged driftwood at 45 miles per hour could shatter the entire system instantly. The constant maintenance and precise calibration required to keep those delicate foils perfectly aligned. This makes it a hyper-exclusive, fragile masterpiece. Flying above the water at high speeds is an incredible sensation. But what happens if the only way forward is to seal the hatch and go straight to the bottom of the ocean? Now, we have reached the ultimate pinnacle of amphibious insanity. Inspired directly by the iconic Lotus Esprit from the legendary James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me, the Rinspeed Scuba is the world's first and only car. It is capable of driving on land, floating on water, and diving deep underwater like a military submarine. It turns cinematic fiction into a breathtaking, tangible reality, proving that visionary automotive design can conquer not just the surface of the sea, but the mysterious pressurized depths of the ocean floor as well. The engineering challenge here was seemingly impossible to overcome. Why is it an open-top convertible? Because enclosing the cabin would create massive buoyancy, requiring literal tons of heavy lead ballast just to get it to sink, completely ruining its performance on land. Rinspeed's solution was brilliant: fill the cabin with water. The occupants wear integrated scuba masks hooked up to onboard oxygen tanks. The Scuba is completely zero emissions. It utilizes 3 separate electric motors, 1 for land, and 2 dedicated to the twin water jets and dive propellers. Prepare for the ultimate price tag shock of the century. Building this one-of-a-kind, fully functional prototype cost over $1.5 million. Every single delicate electronic component had to be encased in highly specialized watertight boxes to survive the crushing pressure. It is a brilliant masterclass in overcoming the impossible, proving definitively that if you throw enough money and sheer genius at a mechanical problem, you really can build a real-life James Bond car to park inside of your own underground secret garage. From the rugged Dutton Commander to the million-dollar Scuba submarine, these machines prove human ingenuity has no limits. When engineers refuse to accept the boundaries between land and sea, we get the most hardcore vehicles on Earth. Now, the ultimate question: if you had $500,000, would you buy the insane Watercar Panther or the massive Terrawind? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to Ultimate Machinery for more heavy machinery madness. and I will see you next time.